coming up on At Your Leisure.
I'm Rhea Rossi Booth.
And I'm Chad Booth. Moab claims they've got the car wash, but we're going to show you one on the St. George side.
I'm Reece Stein at Strawberry Reservoir, where fall colors takes on a whole new meaning.
I'm Scott Huntsman. Hey, if you're broken down in Moab, this is the guy to call. We're going to take a look at it today.
Look, Ray, the machine has a half a tank of gas in it. This trail is 9 miles round trip, so I don't think we're gonna run out of gas.
Listen, I know, but you know what? I've got the gas covered. Here's Katy Yardley. Thanks, Katy.
I got gas.
You got gas.
I got gas.
Only good if it's the high octane.
Come over here.
Did you say hi to Chad?
How you doing, man?
Welcome to At
Good
Your
to see
Leisure,
you, Bubba.
everybody. I'm Rhea Rossi Booth.
I'm Chad Booth, and we are at the Toquerville Vaults Trail.
Yep, and we're with Eagles Landing. We're with Katy Yardley and her adorable son, Bubba, and we're rolling out here today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're gonna go check out the falls, which I've never seen before. It's amazing that it's my first time.
Amazing.
I don't know how I haven't
When
done it
you
before,
live
but
so close, it is surprising. Is that Clear 91?
it absolutely is. The best thing for your machine.
You are the best. Okay, well listen, I got a little work to do. I'm gonna go fill the tank.
I really think you should. Go on, honey, get to work.
Yes, sir.
Scram! No, I'm just kidding. Listen, this is really cool because usually whenever we do stuff, we have, Mark is with us.
Oh, absolutely. He's usually always with us, but today he's working, and this is the thing that I get to do when he's working.
Yeah.
I don't have to cook in the kitchen. Bubba and I get to go out and hit the trails.
I'm telling you, talk about fun.
Oh,
And
it's so much fun.
no, really, it's really neat because really when you do, because you are busy, you're busy with the work, you're busy at home, and when you have time off, you guys do this.
Oh, this is a de-stressor. It's so nice. Get out in nature, enjoy it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and your Can-Am is a nice machine that we're all going to have a good look at because that is a lovely, fun machine.
It's fun to drive too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you adopt me?
Absolutely.
I want to be your sister. You may not want to be you may want me to be your sister. You're like, no. All right, well, listen, we're going to take a look at this trail, so stick around.
So we're in Toquerville, Utah, and this is the Toquerville Falls Trail. And yeah, this is our first time coming out, and it was a lot of fun.
I came out here to do some riding with friends in the side-by-side, and we've done rock crawling. Now we're taking a ride here to Toquerville Falls, and we're going to do a loop and on back to our campsite.
So this trail's got a lot of sand and dust and rocks, but a lot of cool ravines and just some nice views. Growing up, I had ATVs, but with the side-by-sides, yeah, this is a new adventure and it's a lot more fun. You can take more people with you. Just go out and do it. Find a side-by-side or an ATV and just go out and explore. There was some places that took a little bit of negotiating, but nothing too terrible. It's been really awesome. Well, it kind of makes me want to upgrade to a machine with some bigger tires and more power, but that's okay. Time will probably make that happen. But yeah, it's been a blast. We've really enjoyed this.
Katy, you see the cavalry? Well, you can see practically everything from up here. I had no idea there were so many scenic overlooks on this trip. I just thought you went up a little draw to a waterfall, crossed it, and came back.
I know, and you know what's cool is there's such a diversity of rigs up here, like 4x4s, ATVs, side-by-sides.
There are no minivans.
No minivans, no, thankfully. But boy, everybody's up on this trail, it's great.
Well, we want to keep making our way up to the falls, and we will send you off to this week's Where To.
I'm Reece Stein at your leisure at Strawberry Reservoir, where fall colors takes on a whole new meaning.
We love the kokanee, and so does everybody else.
And what's not to love? These freshwater variation of ocean-going sockeye salmon turn an incredibly vibrant red during the fall spawning season. fun to see and fun to hold.
I think it's an honor to hold any wild animal, and it was wonderful. Beautiful fish and a good time here. People treat you really well, and you get to do things you'd never get to do otherwise.
Hold on to that tail.
The good time is the annual Kokanee Salmon Day here at Strawberry, where state wildlife experts are anxious to show off their prized fish. And the thing you never get to do otherwise is a unique hands-on experience.
It just gives anglers a chance to view these cool fish. They don't usually see them in the reservoir when they're silver, but once they come up the river, they're really visible, and people like to come up and see them.
After spending the summer in the depths of the reservoir, mature kokanee come up the Strawberry River and other tributaries to lay their eggs. In their path, upstream, is the electrified fence, which diverts some of the fish into an elaborate system of concrete runs and tanks known as the trap that can hold a bunch of fish.
They're very easy to see. We have about 6,000 of them out to sea. We have guys in the water letting you hold them, take your pictures with them. It's really neat.
So my dad actually worked here when he was in college and when he was a newlywed. So he likes to bring us back to come see it. So he brought the little girls up and we all came out to see it today. It's been a really neat experience to be able to see the fish, and especially like changing colors.
Holding one, tell me about that.
Holding one is fun. It's a bigger fish than I usually hold. I do like to go fishing, but the ones I catch usually aren't that big.
Several thousand visitors turn out for the year's free open house. Local businesses provide hot dogs and drinks. Area fly fishing clubs stage fly casting clinics and fly tying demonstrations. But the stars of the show are the brightly colored fish.
They're an amazing fish, they have an amazing life cycle, and we like to show them off. They're a very important part of the Strawberry Reservoir fishery, and our anglers are just starting to learn how to catch them, and they're probably one of the best tasting fish in the state.
The kokanee will be in the runs and easy to see for several weeks this fall, but the real reason for trapping these fish isn't to show them off, it's to ensure their future. On this day, in front of area school groups, biologists take the eggs from the females and fertilize them on site with sperm from male fish.
We'll end up taking between 2 to 3 million eggs on a good year like this, and then we'll take those back to our hatcheries where we can raise those fish to be 3 to 4 inches before we stock those back out in these waters.
The newly hatched fish are then released back into Strawberry and several other waters where they'll complement but not compete with local trout populations.
We've had a lot of interest in kokanee in recent years, and we're now stocking a lot of these fish into Flaming Gorge Reservoir, Fish Lake, Jordanelle Reservoir, and Starvation. So we're kind of spreading them out to a lot of different places.
The eggs in the hatchery have a huge advantage over wild eggs. 80 to 85% of these eggs taken here will hatch. In the wild, not so much.
When the eggs are deposited in the gravel, only about maybe 10 to 20% of those eggs will actually survive to hatching. And then of course they have to survive beyond that. Not being eaten by the other fish.
Kokanee are becoming more popular among anglers, and this annual ritual ensures there'll be plenty of fish to catch in the future. Reece Stein at your leisure with this week's Where To adventure at Strawberry Reservoir.
Unexplored. Does it mean riding the same trails as everyone else? Fishing the same lakes? Stopping at the same views? No. Unexplored is so much more. To find it, you need to get off the beaten path. In the northeast corner of Utah, you and your family can still find a land that's unexplored. The shores of Flaming Gorge are only the beginning of a family adventure in Daggett County. Daggett County, Utah. It's what you find at the end of your adventure.
At Stedman's Recreation, trucks are arriving daily with back-ordered side-by-sides, ATVs, and dirt bikes. Let Stedman's Recreation help get you outside so you can explore and create memories to last a lifetime. Call or stop by Stedman's to hold your side-by-side, ATV, or dirt bike with a small deposit. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta. Plus, Stedman's has a full service department and Honda power equipment.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Sometimes to recharge, you need to unplug. In Tickaboo, Utah, you'll find a landscape that will give you more energy than you ever thought possible. Escape the heat in the Henry Mountains, where history, off-road adventure, and bison herds meet. It's time to unplug and recharge. Tickaboo, Utah.
At Your Leisure has a long-standing reputation and a large, loyal audience of adventurers in the outdoors. Although we're excited to continue to grow and enjoy the shared success of our longtime sponsors, we have space for more. And if you have a brand that would benefit from the 2 decades of goodwill that we've built, contact us at ayltv.com and let us amplify your voice above the competition.
Hey, welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. This is what's new this week. I'm Scott Huntsman. I'm at the Tunex shop here in South Jordan. You know this guy.
Brett Hermansen.
Yes, exactly.
Tail gunner.
The tail gunner guy. That's exactly right. Hey, we got a Polaris Pro. This is a Pro. What is this?
This is the Pro X Turbo. This is the bad boy of Polaris right here.
Well, hey, this happens to belong to my brother and my sister-in-law. So, look, we're gonna put some parts on this today. They want a street legal kit on this. Well, hey, let's go on inside. Let's check out what we're gonna do.
The owners of the vehicle came up with a kit that was kind of a budget kit, not as good. More of a generic kit that goes to any machine. We're gonna go with the Ryco kit that actually integrates. It uses the front lights, the tail lights, and the dash lights for all the indicators, instead of trying to figure out a place to put these things. This is the best kit that I have found. The Ryco Moto. It comes with the lights, the blinkers in the lights. The blinkers integrate into the tail lights. We have the plug-in for the power. They actually make this kit for this vehicle.
I really like it, you know. I mean, with the price that I know they spent on this thing, you want something that's really going to integrate to it to make it really like a factory piece.
They give you this funny little horn that goes ee. I own a body shop. I take these out of the cars when they get wrecked.
They also got the Polaris winch bumper, nice welded one piece, and the Warn VRX winch. Cool. Well, I say let's get these on.
Let's get it going on it.
Do it.
We are really deep into this thing. You have to take the seats out, which are not easy to get out. And what you have to do is you have to route these wires all the way from the front dash back here to the back. And what a chore this has been. I have taken every nut and bolt out of the interior of this thing. Now, when you get to this point, they've come in the instructions. This is important. That's why we underlined it. What you have to do on this, and I didn't do this the first time I did one of these. If you don't take this plastic cover off, then this little system here doesn't work with your lights up here. Red pin in 6 and green pin in 7. Do this. There we go. Plug it back in. Simple as that.
All right, guys, we're moving right along, and I've got the winch wired. Now, I had to mount the winch control solenoid under the dashboard here. I've got it wired to a battery source and then to the integrated switch that we installed in the switch panel. So it's ready to go. We'll give it a try, make sure it works. And in. Perfect. Okay. Hey, that's real good. Hey guys, project complete. And you know what, dude? This kit is cool. I love the way it integrates with all the factory components.
Like Scott said, all the lights on the dash work, the lights in the lights work. It looks like it belongs.
Yeah, it was like it came from the factory that
Yeah.
way.
It makes it really nice.
I think it's great. Hey, well, if you've got questions about this is the guy to get a hold of. Tail Gunner here is the expert on this side-by-side stuff, and he knows what kit's gonna work best in your machine. But hey, stay tuned, because we got more At Your Leisure in a moment.
Where is Aurora, Utah? That's a good question. But here's a better one. Why should Aurora, Utah be your next destination? Some people will ask, where can I go on my next adventure? A better question is, how far can I go on my next adventure? In Aurora, the answer is as far as your gas tank will take you. Aurora, all 570 in the heart of central Utah. Aurora, Utah, where the good old days are brand new.
The world food supply is something you don't think much about, but you probably should. The availability of beef is going to be low next year, so rather than pay high store prices, why not consider buying a quarter or half beef from butter-steaks.com. It's premium beef from Yardley, and it is delicious. Stock up now at butter-steaks.com before the prices rise.
When you're ready for adventure, fuel your machine with Clear 91. Fuel for performance, fuel for adventure, and fuel for the long haul. Ethanol-free, 91 octane. Fill up with Clear 91. Only available at Eagles Landing. With you for the long haul.
Okay, here's the prize.
And welcome back.
Yeah, this is what everybody's after. This is the soul of the At Your Leisure adventure, is to find places like this. And if you think about it, Rhea, before side-by-sides and ATVs, not very many people were able to come out here.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. And what a fabulous sight it is.
That's true. Look at all the people enjoying themselves today.
All the families are out here. It is so awesome to see those little kids jumping into the waterfalls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a desert.
Look at those little hoppers. They're so darn cute. I can't wait for grandkids.
Is that a hint?
No.
Won't do any good. We've tried. Anyway, let's find out what some people think about the falls and their experience while they're here.
You know, I'd actually heard about this place a few years ago from just some friends of mine that had come up here, because I never knew that it had even existed. And I honestly have never yet made it up here until today to see it with my own eyes. 100% an absolute oasis with the most beautiful falls. You would honestly never expect it to be here if you were driving on that trail all day like we were. You would have no clue that there was going to be this beautiful waterfall at the end. You know, you have to go through the little bit of the long, dirty trail, but when you get here, it's so much fun. The kids are having a blast. Everybody's having a great time out here.
Very cool. It's interesting though, because when you jump in, the water is freezing, but the second you get up out of it, you're not cold anymore. Like the water, it's not as cold as it was when you were in the water.
That's what we do. Kind of go out and about all the time, try and find new trails around Utah.
Yep. That's how we met.
Yeah, that's how we met. It's been a fun experience. We'll definitely be back.
Yeah, the family that you meet when you have a UTV or an ATV, the new friends, the new family that you meet, it is a different world. Like, we're here with 23 people that we've literally never even met, and we're having the best time of our life.
Yeah.
We came here last May, just me, my brother, a couple other people, and now we got a bigger group. The weather's not as hot as it was in May, so we decided to come back down and check it out. Water's cold as ice, but it's not bad.
I like to see the view and all the big rocks. We got to drive over water and rocks, and then we got to come out and walk next to the waterfall. And it was like a teal, green, and blue. It was really pretty.
Bubba's trying to talk Chad into jumping off the cliff.
I know, can you believe that? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he really is pretty convincing, so we'll see if Chad does it or not.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen unless he pushes him.
He's going to have to push him down off the cliff. Oh, that's too funny.
That'd be really good for our TV ratings.
That would. Push him over the cliff.
You know what? This has been a great day.
Oh, this has been a wonderful day. The weather's perfect. The trail's been amazing, and the falls are gorgeous. So, I mean, and with great company. How can you beat this?
First time, and you have been handling your rig like a rock star.
Oh, thank you. I've had a lot of fun.
I'm telling you, Mark's going to be sorry he's not on this trip. He decided to work instead.
I know. He decided to work instead of be out here with me, and I'm sorry, honey. I missed you, though.
All right, we still love you. I know she does.
Definitely too.
All right, hang out with us because we're heading off to our Along the Way.
I'm Scott Huntsman with Tunex. I'm in Moab. I'm here at Moab Motorsports on the south end of town. As promised, I'm going in to talk with Rory Irish. All right, Rory.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. This right here, the man, the myth, the legend, Rory Irish, trail mater, Moab Motorsports. You're the trail recovery guy.
Yes, sir.
He's the guy that we call if you're in a bad spot. Doesn't matter if you're in a Jeep, a truck, side by side, rolled over ATV, whatever, right?
Whatever.
Go get them.
We can get you out.
With the world famous trail mater. You built this yourself, right?
Yeah, mostly.
But it's more than just really a trail rig. I mean, this is a working machine.
This is very working machine
that you have built to do every type of job that you can do.
It's not a showpiece in any way. This is built to do what it does and do it very well. This is an 82 Chevy pickup.
Okay.
This started life, actually, when it came into my life, it was a mud truck. It was a great big giant mud truck for playing at the county fair in the mud and the mud runs. This is all built out of stuff out of my yard off of my old crawlers. This is a Jeep TJ front bumper. Everything was just bits and pieces of what was laying around. I actually put a pole on the back, a little pole and an ATV winch, and it was just for moving motors and axles around the yard.
All right.
And then I moved back down to Moab and everybody said, is that an off-road tow truck? Give me a minute, and it could be.
Yep.
And so I started building it and adding to it, and it slowly progressed to what it is. Slowly morphs as you go. 6 winches total.
6 winches.
I've got 1 pulling every direction and 3 going out the rear. It's got onboard welder, onboard air. We carry tools and parts. We carry fuel pumps. We carry steel in case we need to weld anything together.
You kind of know what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, and that's why this truck's set up the way it is, because I know what works and what lasts.
Here is probably one of the most coolest things. Car and Driver magazine, Car and Driver. What's in here? Trail mater.
Like, I mean, it's supercars in there. And like the 12 best supercars and this stuff and that. And then trail mater in the back.
Exactly.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
One of these things is not like the other.
I think this is really a crowning point of you and your buddy here that you have created, your workhorse.
Yeah.
You know, you got someone that rides along with you every now and then.
Yeah, I do.
Who's this to you? Is this your dad?
Yeah.
Do you go on trail recoveries with him?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
You're not afraid to go?
A little.
A little? Which is your favorite, the buggy or the truck?
I say the truck. It's kind of my favorite because it's this, I like it.
You just like it.
It gets all the attention.
It gets the attention. And good for you that you get to go on these rides with your dad. I want to go someday, but you know, I probably have to pay to ride along. You got a YouTube channel?
Yes, we do.
What is it?
It is Trail Mater. Nobody likes to call me, but everybody likes to see us coming.
Yeah, exactly. How do we find you?
So we've got Moab Motorsports on Facebook. We've got trailmater.com. You can call for recovery straight from there.
You heard it. You saw it right here. You see this. This is absolutely amazing. I think this is just fantastic. Congratulations on that. Rory, it's a pleasure. Thank you. More at your leisure in a moment.
365 days of the year, I'm thinking about deer. If I spend 20 hours in a vehicle, 19 of it will be in a Ranger.
It's no exaggeration. Every day we use those vehicles, and it's just a tool, like when you're hunting, that I wouldn't want to live without, that's for sure.
Next to my bow, it's probably the most important hunting tool that we have.
Wondering where your next OHV adventure will take you? Outsiders Utah has your answer with downloadable GPS routes, ride times, distance, local amenities, and other details. 360 street views of the trails that let you explore before you go, and more. Eliminate the guesswork and uncertainty and find a trail you'll love. Visit outsidersutah.com and see the trail before you ride the trail.
Daggett, the sparsest populated county in Utah, is full of adventure. Seemingly endless territory, where after a few twists and turns, you can find yourself in a land that feels untouched by time. From desert to mountains and everything in between, Daggett County offers a picture-perfect experience for the modern explorer. It's what you find at the end of your adventure.
Everybody always talks about the good old days when the grass was greener, the air was clearer, and adventure could be found in any direction. Well, the good old days are still here. You just need to know where to look. In Aurora, Utah, you can find everything you want out of life. Limitless OHV access, views that ignite the imagination, and destinations that remind you how the good old days are closer than you thought. Aurora, Utah, where the good old days are brand new.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We're wrapping it up here at the falls. Has it been wonderful?
Oh my gosh, it's been such a fun day.
Okay, so Katie, when we started today, I said, yeah, it's a short ride. It'll take us half a day. Just, you know, it's an hour, hour and a half up. We'll spend 20, 30 minutes at the falls, hour and a half back down. We've been here for 3 hours.
Yes, we have. And I noticed, I looked at my phone, and I was surprised to see what time it was because it has absolutely flown while we've been up here.
Just maybe we'll be here next week. I don't know.
If Bubba doesn't eat all the food.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you bring enough supplies? Maybe we'll camp out.
Oh, it's been fabulous.
It's been so much fun.
Yeah, this is really a trip you should put on your list. It doesn't look like much. It's a perfect wintertime trip. When the temperatures down here are like today, they're just heavenly. They're not hot, they're not cold.
Perfect.
They're just heavenly, and the water apparently runs all year long.
And your machine isn't roasting you because it's even comfortable in your machine. It's not so hot. Yeah.
Well, right now, let's take a look at next week's show. So we'll see if we can top this one.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Next week, we're headed off to Carbon County to visit the North Spring Shooting Range with some sharp shooting featuring some authentic Old West cowboys. Then, in the spirit of Thanksgiving holiday, we're joining the Carbon County Road Crew for an extravagant feast as they're showing us how they do Thanksgiving on the trail Dutch oven style. Finally, we're taking a look at a unique off-road vehicle which was gone for a few years, but it's on its way back to the U.S., and we'll tell you about the history and what's coming next.
Next week's show looks really good.
As it always does, but we really have one serious issue that we still have to solve today.
What is it?
Okay, we can go back the way we came, or we can take the long way.
Let's ask Katie.
You know what? I would love to take the long way, but I will tell you right now, Bubba is ready to go get him a Yardley steak burger.
Okay, well in that case, we go that way up the hill, because right over there, that puts you on a trail to Page.
It's a Page, Desert Springs, right?
Yeah, well no, Desert Springs is a trail that goes down here by the stream and over that way, but you can get to both.
We can go to either one.
Yeah, because they have them in either one. I'm telling you, I follow that boy everywhere because he knows where the good food is.
He does know where the good food is.
I love him.
Well, like we say, and we've proven it because we've got choices.
Yep.
There's adventure around every bend.
Just got to get out there and create your own adventure
at your leisure.